Aloha. Welcome to another video for CIS 101. We're going to look at navigating around the IS2 machine. I've already logged into the machine. My account, it looks a little bit different from yours. Yours is going to have your username at is2.byuh.edu. Mine says curtis.cis.byuh.edu. That should make no difference in the way these instructions work. So let's look around a little bit. What we have here, this is called the command prompt, and we're going to be issuing all of our instructions to the computer from this interface. So first thing I may want to do is take a look at the files and the folders that are in this directory I'm in right now. This number sign means I'm sitting here, this tilde, in my home directory, and if I want a desktop machine, I double click on this, but I'm not, so I need to get a list of all the files and folders. So I can type ls to list these things, and I hit enter, and I can see there's a number of files. You don't need to worry about a lot of these. These are files with a period at the front, but these blue things here are folder names. Okay, and the one we're particularly interested here is this public_HTML. This is where all of our web files are going to go. If you want to be able to point your web browser to something you've created, you're going to need to put that program or that web page in your public_HTML folder. So I need to change to that directory. Now I can't just double click on this. That doesn't work here. So I need to type something. So I'm going to type change directory cd space public_HTML. And once I do that, you'll see right here it's changed from just this tilde to this tilde/public_HTML. That means I'm in the public_HTML folder. Anything I put into this folder can be publicly accessed on with a web browser if I have the right address. And I'll demonstrate how we can do that in a moment. So if I look in here, I've already created a number of files. This can get a little bit messy looking. Some people like to have it in a long list, so I can go ls-l, enter, and you'll see it lists it kind of in order, and there's some other attributes, properties of these folders that we can talk about later. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do for CIS 101 is create a folder here for this class, and we're going to call it IPUP because your textbook is Introductory Programming using Perl. So if you don't already have this folder, which you probably won't, you're going to need to make it. And we can make a new folder using another special command. So I've already introduced you to cd for change directory. Now we're going to make a directory or make a folder, and we use mkdir. And you just type mkdir, make directory, and then IPUP. Now I've already done this, so it's going to give me an error message that says I can't do it, the file exists. So for my demonstration purposes, I'm just going to create a directory called make directory IPUP1, and you'll see it's done it. Now if I use my ls command again, you can see I've created a folder called IPUP1. If I want to go into that folder, I simply do cd IPUP1. If I do ls again, you'll see there's nothing in here because I just made this folder. So I can now, what if I want to go back? What if I don't want to be in IPUP1 anymore? I want to go back to the public_HTML. So to do that, I do cd space period period. That means go back up one level. And once I do that, I'm back in the public HTML folder with these files. Okay, so let's just review what we've done in the last almost 5-minute video. I've introduced you to how to change directories using cd, and I can navigate to any directory I want. And I go back up to the parent directory, or the one I was just in, with cd space period period. If I want to list the files, I do ls, and I get a list there. If I want a long list, I do ls-l for long list, and that kind of gives me this. I can see the last date it was updated and who made that folder and so on. Okay. One other thing that you should be might be interested in at this point in the video is sometimes the screen gets a little cluttered and I want to start out with a clear screen. So to do that, I simply type clear and it's done. So once again, CD for change directory, CD space period period to go back to the directory I was in, mkdir for make a directory, and ls for listing the directories, lsl for the long list of directories.